The Cure for Death. It's Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Time now for Cerebus issue 282, the 17th chapter of Latter Days. Koenigsberg marries Louise Lasso. She's rich, so he's got it made now, right? Well, no. Turns out she gets disowned for marrying him, so this does nothing to help his neuroses. Soon, Cerebus is ready to continue his commentaries on the first book of Moshi, starting where he left off at Chapter 6. In Cerebus' view, Chapter 6 is just Chapter 5 from Yuwu's point of view. So the story of Noah and the flood is explained by Cerebus as a regional thing, and how it relates to the continuing conflict between God and Yuwu. As the years pass by, now estranged from his wife, Koenigsberg becomes obsessed with death as the reasons for all of his problems in life, and how the only solution for death is guilt-free sex. He even wears a giant sleeper costume in an effort to attract women. Cerebus is finally ready to commentate on the first book of Moshi, chapter 10, which he states is Yuwu's version of the generations of Shem, Ham, and Japhet. Cerebus even debates the fact that Abimelech's story doesn't belong in chapter 20, but far sooner. What is Cerebus's personal view on circumcision via the Torah? As the exegesis fatigue continues, I start to realize something. See, I'm reviewing and criticizing a book that is featuring a character reviewing and criticizing the Torah. It's almost like Inception in a way, isn't it? No, well, I don't know. I think so, maybe. I hope not. So this one is yet another slog. The first time around that I read it, I was actually actively interested in Dave Sim's opinions on what the Torah means. But this time around, I just have to skim through it. Weirdly enough, the annotations in the back of the phone book are a lot more interesting than what's being said in the book itself. As far as an enjoyable comic book experience, it's not at all. It's just loads of text and very little artwork, though what little artwork there is gorgeously done. There's just no real story here. I have to say, but truthfully, this issue, I would personally, if I were recommending each issue, as I've been saying, issues are good or bad, not that there's a really bad issue of Cerebus, other than I didn't enjoy issue 92 at all. But this one, I would say you could easily skip this issue. Unless, of course, you're really invested in Koenigsberg's antics. Or unless you're really into reading an opinion on what Noah and the flood's deal is. Which, in this case, actually felt that a lot of what Dave Sim has Cerebus saying actually is interesting and makes sense in a lot of regards in reference to that particular topic. So, unless you're into either of those topics, then there's really nothing here for me to recommend, other than if you have a lot of time to devote to reading it and you just want something to read. It's going to take you a while to read, while you're going to have a good time in this issue. But if you skip this one, you miss nothing of value to the overall storyline. Nothing happens. Really. Next time, still chasing YHWH.